Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
AI is moving fast. So fast, it's hard to keep up. In fact, in ServiceNow's latest AI Maturity Index, scores dipped 20% from last year. But that's okay, because AI isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. You may be behind today, but tomorrow you could be a pace setter. Dive into ServiceNow's AI Maturity Index and see how you can innovate as fast as your ambitions. Visit servicenow.com/AI maturity.
This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
This episode is brought to you by Polestar. There's only one true way to experience the all-electric luxury SUV Polestar 3, and that's to take a test drive. It can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.8 seconds with the dynamic handling of a sports car. But to truly understand how it commands the road, you need to be behind the wheel. Up to 350 miles of range, the 3D surround sound system by Bowers & Wilkins. It's all something you have to experience to believe. So book your test drive for Polestar 3 today at polestar.com.
Vitamin Water Zero Sugar has great taste, zero BS, and obviously zero sugar. For those with zero room in their calendar, zero patience for slow walkers, those who get 0 hours of sleep on a Saturday night, have zero filter, zero given, and zero interest in grabbing a plain, boring water. Grab a delicious Vitamin Water Zero Sugar today.
You know that one friend who somehow knows everything about money? Yeah, now imagine they live in your phone. Say hey to Experian, your big financial friend. It's the app that helps you check your FICO score, find ways to save, and basically feel like a financial genius. And guess what? It's totally free. So go on, download the Experian app. Trust me, having a BFF like this is a total game changer.
Will psychedelics propel your career? Exploring the potential impact of psychedelics on work, productivity, and well-being. Abstract, with growing research demonstrating the therapeutic potential of psychedelics such as psilocybin and MDMA in treating mental health conditions. Interest is mounting around potential applications beyond health. This article explores emerging evidence on the impact of psychedelics in key domains relevant to careers and the workplace, including creativity, focus, stress, and burnout, leadership, teamwork, and well-being. It surveys both practitioner accounts and early research studying the effects of microdosing psychedelics on enhancing performance and career outcomes. While acknowledging current legal restrictions and the need for more research, implications are discussed for how individuals and organizations could ethically and responsibly approach psychedelics if regulations change. The goal is to begin a fact-based discussion on psychedelics' untapped potential to fuel growth, fulfillment, and peak workplace functioning if pursued prudently under proper guidance as the science continues to rapidly advance. As a management consultant and academic researcher focused on well-being and performance, I've spent years exploring strategies to help professionals and organizations thrive. Lately, I've become fascinated by a potential new avenue, psychedelics. Long stigmatized as drugs of abuse with no therapeutic value, compelling research now shows certain psychedelics like psilocybin and MDMA may help conditions like depression, anxiety, and addiction when administered properly. Carhart-Harris et al. 2018. This has captured mainstream attention and led organizations like Johns Hopkins to establish psychedelic research centers. Moving beyond mental health, an even more intriguing prospect for my work is the idea that psychedelics could enhance aspects of career success and work life. Reports from biohackers, entrepreneurs, and high-achieving creatives who microdose psychedelics regularly describe benefits like heightened focus, unlimited curiosity, and flow states that boost productivity. Poland, 2018. Early pilot studies also show promising empathy, open-mindedness, and problem-solving. Garcia Romo et al. 2014. While research is in early stages and legal barriers remain, there is potential here that warrants deeper exploration. Today, I will survey emerging evidence on psychedelics' impact in key domains relevant to careers and the workplace. I'll also share accounts from practitioners experimenting responsibly in this space. My goal is to begin a discussion around psychedelics' untapped potential to fuel growth and well-being for professionals and organizations, if pursued ethically under proper guidance as regulations change. While acknowledging limitations, I believe the opportunity is great enough to justify an informed examination now to help shape future policy and practice.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
When you hear Lululemon, you probably think of Align yoga pants, weightlessly soft, like you're wearing next to nothing. That's why you see them in class, at the grocery store, and in the park. But did you know about skirts with built-in liner shorts so you can still jump for the Frisbee? And tanks and bodysuits? With Align's iconic stretch, you won't want to take it off. And with endless style options, you don't have to. Shop in-store or online at Lululemon.com.
This episode is brought to you by Polestar. There's only one true way to experience the all-electric luxury SUV Polestar 3, and that's to take a test drive. It can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.8 seconds with the dynamic handling of a sports car. But to truly understand how it commands the road, you need to be behind the wheel. Up to 350 miles of range, the 3D surround sound system by Bowers & Wilkins. It's all something you have to experience to believe. So book your test drive for Polestar 3 today at polestar.com.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Creativity and problem solving. One of the most commonly reported effects of psychedelic microdosing is enhanced creativity and problem solving. Fadiman, 2018. Users describe experiencing an ease of thinking outside the box and connecting divergent ideas in novel ways. Some studies have found acute positive impacts as well. For example, a pilot experimental study gave 22 participants either a very low dose of LSD or placebo, then gave them the remote associates task to test creativity. Those who microdosed LSD significantly outperformed controls on this verbal creativity measure. Kuipers et al. 2016. Artists, designers, and other creatives often credit psychedelics like psilocybin and LSD with fueling breakthroughs and expanding their vision. Biohacker Blake Lockhart described microdosing LSD for months and noticed the world became my muse. Nature was more vivid, music more profound. Pollen, 2018, p. 243. He credits it with helping launch Anthropic, an AI safety company now valued at over $1 billion. Co-founder of Anthropic Dario Amodei also microdosed for a period and said it enhanced his ability to think creatively and make connections between disparate ideas. Pollen, 2018, p. 245. While more study is needed, this dovetails with theories that psychedelics may disrupt habitual thinking patterns and cognitive inertia. Carhart-Harris et al. 2014, Gorman, 2008. Shifting brain activity away from the default mode network could help individuals approach problems with innovative perspectives, rarely accessed while sober. Barrett et al. 2020. Higher openness to experience is also correlated with increased creativity. McRae, 1987. And some psychedelics may temporarily foster traits like this. Overall, preliminary evidence suggests microdosing psychedelics could fuel breakthrough innovation for those in creative careers. Focus and flow states. A commonly reported benefit of microdosing psychedelics like LSD and psilocybin is improved focus, concentration, and mental clarity. Fadiman, 2018. Pollen, 2018. Users describe being able to engage deeply in work for extended periods without distractions.
88% of the work week is spent communicating, typing, talking, and going back and forth on topics until everyone is on the same page. It's time for a change. It's time for Grammarly. Grammarly's AI ensures your team gets the point across the first time, eliminating misunderstandings and streamlining collaboration. It goes beyond basic grammar to help tailor writing to specific audiences, whether that means adding an executive summary, fine-tuning tone, or cutting out jargon in just one click. 4 out of 5 professionals say Grammarly's AI boosts buy-in and moves work forward. It integrates seamlessly with over 500,000 apps and websites, is implemented in days, and is IT approved. Join over 70,000 teams and 30 million people who trust Grammarly to elevate their communication. Visit Grammarly.com/enterprise to learn more. Grammarly, enterprise-ready AI.
This tracks with findings on the neurological impact of psychedelics. Research has shown LSD and psilocybin can increase functional connectivity and organization in the brain, potentially enabling new pathways that facilitate flow states and hyperfocus. Petri et al. 2014. Muthukumaraswamy et al. 2013. Entrepreneur Jackie Guerrero credits psilocybin with helping eliminate distractions and noise, so she could focus intensely on launching her meditation app. LUSH Pollen, 2018, p. 237. Similarly, programmer Austin Hsu said microdosing LSD increased his mental stamina, so he felt unusually focused and productive for days after each dose. Pollen, 2018, pp. 235. While anecdotal, reports align with theories that psychedelics may enhance neuroplasticity. Lai et al. 2018, potentially allowing individuals to direct full attention towards goals or projects for extended periods. This raises prospects for increased productivity through harnessing flow, like focus on microdosing schedules. Of course, more objective study is still needed to substantiate such claims empirically. Stress, burnout, and well-being. Work-related stress and burnout have reached epidemic levels in recent years across industries and income brackets alike. Wells, 2019. Brown, 2018. As both a consultant witnessing these issues firsthand and someone who has personally struggled with stress and work. Life balance at times. Interventions that may prevent or treat burnout are of utmost interest to me. Psychedelics again show promise here. An increasing number of scientists and doctors are exploring psychedelic-assisted therapy for various mental health issues exacerbated by stress, like PTSD, depression, and addiction. Lai et al. 2018. Griffiths et al. 2016. Ross et al. 2016. Some researchers hypothesize psychedelics could help reduce stress and its toll physically by disrupting brain patterns tied to rumination and worrying. Carhart-Harris et al. 2016. Early evidence supports this. One fMRI study found a single dose of psilocybin led to long-term decreases in amygdala connectivity, a brain region linked to stress and anxiety. Carhart-Harris et al. 2016. Some professionals say microdosing psychedelics leaves them feeling calmer, more focused, and less reactive to daily stressors. Pollen, 2018. This anecdotal evidence aligns with theories about psychedelics' potential anti-inflammatory and neuroplastic benefits. Lightal, 2018. If substantiated, it has major implications for preventing burnout across high-achieving roles. However, more empirical research on microdosing schedule regimens and outcomes is still needed. Empathy, collaboration, and leadership. In addition to individual performance impacts, psychedelics may enhance interpersonal skills and team or organizational functioning. This was another domain I became interested exploring based on common reports. For example, engineers at Anthropic describe microdosing psychedelics cultivating increased empathy, emotional intelligence, and perspective, taking that improved workplace relationships and collaboration. Pollen, 2018, p. 239. Some studies also find single high doses of psychedelics, like psilocybin, can increase traits like open-mindedness, which likely facilitates understanding others' perspectives. Garcia-Romeu et al. 2014, Griffiths et al. 2016. Psychedelic researcher Roland Griffiths theorizes this may stem from their ability to temporarily induce emotionally charged, mystical-type experiences that dissolve ego boundaries. Griffiths et al. 2008. This could foster greater compassion and identification with shared humanity. Leaders especially stand to gain from enhanced traits like empathic concern, perspectivism, and emotional intelligence, which predict stronger connections with followers and more adaptive, transformative leadership styles. Kearney et al. 2009, West et al. 2004. Beyond individual impacts, successfully microdose teams could outperform on collaboration quality, innovation, and cohesion through augmented interpersonal skills. Fadiman, 2018, Poland 2018. Again, while more research is essential, these areas show promise if psychedelics are safely administered to strengthen bonds within organizations. But responsible exploration and comprehensive support protocols would be paramount based on substances' power to induce psychological vulnerability as well. Practical considerations and next steps. Emerging scientific evidence and practitioner accounts point to psychedelics' untapped potential to fuel creative problem-solving, focus, well-being, pro-social skills, and more all-desirable qualities for thriving careers and peak workplace performance. However, legal restrictions currently prevent mainstream organizational applications. If regulations change as research progresses, what might this new landscape look like in practice? A few considerations are important for any ethical, empirically driven integration of psychedelics into work contexts. Rather than uncontrolled microdosing, regulated session work with licensed guides could establish context-specific dosing protocols, track outcomes systematically, and provide follow-up integration support. Fadiman, 2018. Roberts, 2019. Wellness programs. Incorporating psychedelic therapy may aid preventing burnout, as some early data already shows. Watts et al. 2017. For now, individuals may still experiment at their own risk following microdosing methods shown safest by reports like Fadiman's 2018, yet organizational implications are limited without legal access. Perhaps overdue is a thoughtful public discussion balancing cannabis-like workplace policies with obligations to minimize risk if performance impacts are conclusively shown. Overall, potential remains highly speculative, given research infancy. More rigorous work must document outcomes across contexts, compare micro versus high-dose protocols, evaluate skill durability, and assess interactions with stressors. Coordinated efforts by researchers, policymakers, and ethically minded companies could establish responsible pathways should benefits like increased well-being, meaning, and career success continue emerging over the next decade. If pursued wisely with nuance, openness, and care for all stakeholders, psychedelics may propel workers and workplaces alike into a brighter future. Conclusion. As a researcher focused on health, performance, and meaningful work, I believe psychedelics represent hope worthy of balanced, fact-based consideration. While more evidence is still needed across conditions to develop practical applications responsibly, early signs of improved focus, creativity, empathy, and reduced stress are compelling for careers and workplaces, increasingly demanding sustainability in all these domains. Psychedelics at their best also foster wisdom, compassion, and purpose, core drivers of thriving that transcend any single role or organization. If legal and safety concerns can one day be addressed via right combination of regulation, research, and guidance, psychedelics may fuel renaissance through both individual empowerment and elevated cooperation. Whether through therapy, microdosing, or other future means, their potential to cultivate well-being, purpose, insight, and prosocial skills aligns profoundly with priorities of high-functioning societies. Poland, 2018, Fadiman, 2011. An open scientific community focused on protecting all participants, while unlocking these gifts, represents the best approach. Our work and cultural evolution stand to benefit immensely if done prudently and for the right reasons over time.